Is that what it says?
Yes.
Okay, wait, let me...
Are you professional?
Okay. This process is intended to be professionally installed. So, my buddy, Wings of Silver, he does have a YouTube channel of his own. Subtle plug there. He has an outdated PC that he has been wanting to upgrade for about 6 months now. Well, today is the day. In the build section of this video, I will be going through all of the parts as well as all the other bits and pieces that we were doing. And then I will come back here with my thoughts on the build, how it went, and what I would have also done in his position.
Fortunately for me, I don't know anything about computers, so I have...
myself involved with this one. Now, I have been trying for the past, 12 months for him to learn to get to do this. But this is where we are now. We are actually going to be putting everything together. So first of all, the big mainstay,
i7.
the i7 10700K, 8 cores, 16 threads. Welcome to 2017.
Yes.
And there we have the Asrock Z490 Steel Legend. Very nice motherboard. Got some other cooling pieces as well, and we also do have and we also do have the old PC, which we're going to be using the hard drive as well as the power supply out of as well, as well as the GPU. GPU I think is going to be next on your shopping list, but I don't know if you want to go down that road quite yet.
GPU.
So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to disassemble the old build, get everything that we needed out of there, and then go ahead and start the installation with the CPU and the motherboard. But before we build the new PC, we must show you, first of all, the old one. So we are upgrading from this little bad boy. We are going from a Haswell i5, I can't remember exactly which one it is. There's a 1050 Ti in here, which we're going to be reusing, as well as the Corsair 450 watt power supply. We're going to be reusing that as well. The OS is installed in here too, and should be all good. I mean, not going to lie, there's firewire on the front. But what is this, 2006? So upon inspection, or upon disassembly, to be honest, I did find the original manufacturing date of this case, which was the 11th of February 2009.
Oh, dang.
Although these components in here are from 2014, the actual case itself, yes, 2009.
Okay, well, I was worried about, I was trying to choose between this and some other motherboard, but this one looks pretty cool, I guess.
It's also zip tied in. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so here we have the Z490 Steel Legend. Pretty decent motherboard, especially for its price as well. I mean, you got the 1200 socket, the 8+4 pin. We're only going to be using the 8 pin because we don't have a power supply that can fully, that has an extra 4 pin, but again, that shouldn't be an issue. USB 3.2 for the front. USB 3 as well, 3 M.2 ports, one of them which will support PCIe 4.0, all your usual bits and pieces on the bottom as well. Big huge heatsink for this one. If you should so desire go for the wanted to go with NVMe storage, put that bad boy in there and you should be good to go. Well, that panel that does come off as well. And then on the back panel too, you got USB 2.0 HDMI display port, 3.2 Gen 2 A and C ports, which is very nice, and 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, which is all of the modern bells and whistles.
And it also kind of looks like Arctic Camo. Yeah.
I think that was the vibe they were going for. i7.
Easily the most expensive part here.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, yes.
How to get out of the box. I mean, you've got the sticker to go with it too. You can play with the sticker, I'll play with the $750 CPU.
Such fun, I love stickers. Beautiful.
The motherboard. Now, I'm going to do this part because messing this bit up
is bad news bears.
Because messing that up would be very bad.
Okay.
And very expensive. This is the part that he can do.
Oh boy. Like more?
Yep, push.
Okay, that sounded like a click. Beautiful.
Yep, there you go.
Same way.
Same way.
Yeah, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Click. I did a thing.
Alright, so we appear to be sort of up and running.
Sort of.
I think it's the moment of truth.
Ooh, look at that
Maybe.
RGB goodness.
Alright, we ain't done yet.
Oh, baby.
Alright, so everything turned on and we've got a display out. So, mission quarter successful so far. Zibby roll.
That's a lot of lights.
So the build actually turned out quite well. I was pleasantly surprised how easy the actual Deepcool case was to build in. The only issues that I actually came across was the RGB cabling, of which there were just mountains and mountains of cables, and trying to tidy it all up was a bit tricky. But really, honestly, aside from that, it was a relatively smooth build. Windows 10, for example, just worked. It was very, very, very on Windows-like for Windows to just work. It was plug in and play. We didn't have to do any drivers, no BIOS updates. Just plug the old OS in, and away we go. It was really surprising, to be honest. That was my expectations for this. I thought that Windows was going to be a problem, and then the case was going to be really easy to build in, and all of the parts were going to be really easy to build with. It was sort of the other way around. The case, again, wasn't too bad. The cooler that he did buy, the thermal paste that was actually in it, thermal paste that was in there was all dried up, so fortunately we had some other ones around, so we were able to use that instead. The, what else? The motherboard, again, that was relatively simple. All of everything was just where it's supposed to be. He did not go ahead with any NVMe storage, although that is possibly a future upgrade if he so desires. Which brings us on to the big boy in this build, which was the i7-10700K. Now, I will be honest. If that were my money, I would not have bought that. He doesn't plan on really doing any overclocking at all, so when I left that particular day, the build was just stock. It wasn't running any sort of overclock at all. XMP was enabled. That actually did get some tangible results. I'll go through that in a minute. But yeah, he's not running any overclock at all. Personally, I would really like to overclock his CPU. I'd like to see how far it goes. I'm pretty sure if you can turbo on a single core or two core, it can turbo to 5.1 by itself. So I'm wondering, 5.1 all core, that would be really good. But I will be curious to see if the cooler that he actually did buy, it matches the case. That's why he bought it. I've been wondering to see if that can actually handle 5.1 all-core. But of the couple of bits and pieces that I did do, I did manage to do a Cinebench R15 on his old system. That gave a score of 505. This new system, just straight stock out of the box with nothing changed. It was a 1967 is what that gave a result. And then interestingly, turning XMP on, which was a 3200 megahertz kit of 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'll come back to that in a minute. That yielded a score of 2077. So that was a 110 point gain in Cinebench R15 by doing nothing but enabling XMP. I was quite impressed, to be honest. That brings me on to the actual parts list. Now, as I said, I don't really agree with his parts list. I would have gone for the locked 10700 and a much more affordable motherboard. That would have saved him in Australian dollars. That would have saved him close to $300, which again would have been a substantial boost to getting a new graphics card, which is next in line. So yeah, in conclusion, it's been a really good build for him. The feedback that he has given me so far is that he is loving it. He's able to play games that he wasn't able to before. He's able to record anything and play anything without having any issues, which was the whole idea. He wanted this to advance his YouTube channel, which it definitely will. hopefully I will come back with actually some more overclocking. I'd love to do a full overclocking review of this. That would be really cool, but for now it's just running as it is, and he is very happy with it. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.